Welcome back to Mad Hatter's Civil War History. Today on the channel we introduce a new feature. This one's called the Versus Files. In the Versus Files we examine historic battles between famous units that fought each other tooth and nail. In our first entry we examined one of the most famous battles between the 20th Maine and the 15th Alabama on the stony hills of Little Round Top, Gettysburg, on July 2nd, 1863. Don't forget to like, follow, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any of our exciting new content. July 2nd, 1863. The rocky slopes of Little Round Top became the stage for one of the most iconic clashes of the American Civil War. On one side, the 20th Maine Infantry, exhausted, outnumbered, and holding the far left of the Union line. On the other, the 15th Alabama Infantry, battle-hardened, aggressive, and determined to break through. This is the story of two regiments, one hill, and a moment that helped decide the fate of a nation. The 20th Maine Infantry was formed in 1862, composed largely of farmers, teachers, and lumbermen. By Gettysburg, they were led by a college professor turned Colonel Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain. Before the Battle of Gettysburg and the American Civil War, Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain led a distinguished life as a scholar and educator in Maine. Born on September 8, 1828 in Brewer, Maine, Chamberlain was originally named Lawrence Joshua Chamberlain. He later reversed his first and middle names. He attended Bowdoin College, where he excelled academically and developed a deep interest in languages and theology. After graduating, he studied at Bangor Theological Seminary and returned to Bowdoin as a professor, teaching rhetoric and modern languages. He was fluent in 9 languages, including Greek and Arabic. Despite having no formal military training, Chamberlain felt a strong sense of duty when the Civil War broke out. In 1862, he took a leave of absence from Bowdoin and joined the Union Army, eventually becoming lieutenant colonel of the 20th Maine Infantry. His academic background and leadership qualities would soon be tested at Gettysburg. The regiment Chamberlain commanded, the 20th Maine Infantry Regiment, was organized in the state of Maine and officially mustered into federal service on August 29, 1862. It was initially commanded by Colonel Albert Ames and assigned to the Army of the Potomac, specifically the 3rd Brigade, 1st Division, 5th Corps, where it remained throughout the war. Before its arriving at Gettysburg, the 20th Maine saw limited combat action. During the Battle of Antietam in September of 1862, the regiment was present but held in reserve and did not engage directly in combat. At Fredericksburg in December of 1862, the unit was deployed and endured harsh conditions. On December 13th, the 20th Maine was ordered to participate in a late-day assault on the heavily fortified Confederate positions atop Marye's Heights. These heights were defended by entrenched Confederate infantry behind a stone wall, supported by artillery on the ridge above, making it one of the most formidable defensive positions of the war. The 20th Maine, along with other Union regiments, advanced across open ground under intense fire. During this assault, the regiment suffered 4 men killed and 32 wounded. Following the failed assault, the regiment was forced to lie exposed in the open field in front of the Confederate lines. They remained there for the entire night and the most of the next 2 days, unable to retreat or receive aid due to the constant threat of enemy fire. This harrowing experience left a deep impression on Chamberlain and the men and tested their endurance and discipline. This baptism by fire helped forge the Union's cohesion and resilience, qualities that would prove critical during their legendary stand at Gettysburg just over 6 months later. On May 20th, 1863, Colonel Ames was promoted, and Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain was appointed as the new commander of the regiment. Interestingly, Chamber had previously declined the offer to lead the unit when it was first formed. Following the reorganization and recover from quarantine, the 20th Maine marched with the Army of the Potomac northward into Pennsylvania. By early July 1863, they arrived at Gettysburg and were positioned at the extreme left of the Union line on Little Round Top. The unit they would fight was steeped in tradition and a truly battle-hardened unit. The 15th Alabama Infantry Regiment was organized in July of 1861 at Fort Mitchell, Alabama, under the leadership of Colonel James Canty, a planter from Russell County. The regiment was composed of 11 companies drawn from southeastern Alabama, counties including Barber, Dale, Henry, Macomb, Pike, and Russell. One notable company was formed by William C. Oates, a lawyer and newspaperman from Abbeville. His unit, known as the Henry County Pioneers, was distinctive for its colorful uniforms and was sometimes referred to as Oates's Zouaves. The 15th Alabama saw extensive action before Gettysburg, primarily with the Army of Northern Virginia. Some of their key engagements included Jackson's Valley Campaign in the spring of 1862, where the regiment participated in Stonewall Jackson's rapid maneuvers in the Shenandoah Valley. They also participated in the Battle of Malvern Hill in July of 1862, which was part of the 7 Days battles near Richmond. The unit fought in the Second Battle of Manassas, the Battle of Antietam, and the Battle of Fredericksburg in December of 1862. During the winter of 1862-1863, the regiment endured harsh conditions and reorganization. By mid-1863, the 5th Alabama was part of Law's Brigade and Hood's Division, within Longstreet's Corps of the Army of Northern Virginia. In June of 1863, General Lee launched his second invasion of the North. The 15th Alabama marched forward through the Shenandoah Valley into Pennsylvania as part of this campaign. By July 2, 1863, the regiment had reached Gettysburg, where it was ordered to assault the Union left flank on Little Round Top. On July 2nd, Union General Daniel Sickles advanced his 3rd Corps forward, creating a dangerous gap in the Union line. To fill it, Colonel Strong Vincent's brigade, including the 20th Maine, was rushed to the far left flank of the Union position, Little Round Top. The 20th Maine was ordered to hold this extreme left at all hazards. If they fell, the Confederate Army could flank the entire Union line. Marching toward them was the 15th Alabama, part of a flanking maneuver ordered by General John Bell Hood. After a grueling march in the summer heat, the Alabamians were dehydrated, but determined to take the hill. The first assault came in the late afternoon. The 15th Alabama charged uphill through dense woods and rocky terrain, facing musket fire from the 20th Maine. Again and again they attacked, 5 times in total, each time pushing closer to the Union line. The 20th Maine, low on ammunition and exhausted, refused to yield. Colonel Chamberlain extended his line into a thin arc to prevent from being flanked. When the Alabamians nearly broke through the left, Chamberlain ordered a desperate counterattack. With bayonets fixed, the 20th Maine charged downhill. The sudden, aggressive move caught the 15th Alabama off guard. Many Confederates were captured, others fled. The Union left had held. Chamberlain's decision to hold the line, extend the flank, and finally order a bayonet charge became legendary. For his actions at Gettysburg, Chamberlain was later awarded the Medal of Honor. But he wasn't alone. Men like Sergeant Andrew Tozier, who held the regimental colors under fire, and Private Holloman Melcher, who led the charge, also played crucial roles in the regiment's success. The 15th Alabama suffered heavy casualties and was forced to withdraw. Though they fought with courage and tenacity, the terrain, fatigue, and the 20th Maine's resolve proved too much. The 20th Maine's stand at Little Round Top became one of the most celebrated moments of the Civil War. Their monument now stands on the hill they defended, a silent sentinel to their sacrifice. The 15th Alabama, though defeated that day, continued to fight in major battles until the end of the war. Their bravery at Gettysburg is still remembered as a testament to the fierce determination of the Confederate infantry. 2 regiments, 1 rocky hill, and a moment that helped shape the outcome of the Battle of Gettysburg. The 20th Maine and the 15th Alabama may have worn different colors, but they fought with honor and conviction. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more episodes on the regiments that shaped the Civil War. Who should we cover next? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching this episode of Mad Hatter's Civil War History. Like, follow, and click the bell for notifications to ensure you see all the latest content. As always, let me know if there's any other important events of the American Civil War you would like me to address.